Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we are less than an hour away from a big announcement from President Trump. We're taking a live look right now at the White House, where the president will unveil his long-awaited tariff plan. That announcement is expected again in just about an hour at 1 o'clock, and we'll bring it to you live right here on KREM 2 and, of course, streaming on KREM 2+. The president has said the move will help the U.S. economy and workers. However, many Americans worry the tariffs could bring higher prices here at home. Natalie Brand has a preview of the announcement that will be coming from the White House.
CBS News has learned steel and auto workers are expected to be in the audience for this afternoon's Rose Garden event. Those are two industries the administration argues will be helped by its tariff policy. But many businesses and consumers are still nervous.
This is the beginning of Liberation Day in America.
The Trump administration has billed today as one of the most important in modern history as the president prepares to unveil his plan for reciprocal tariffs on a broad range of countries that tax U.S. goods.
We are focused on restoring the golden age of America and making America a manufacturing superpower.
While the administration has said the tariffs will generate hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue and bring jobs back to the United States, economists say it will take time.
Even if it does, that requires new factories to be built. That doesn't happen overnight.
Many experts weighing in as the White House finalizes its trade policy announcement say new tariffs will likely mean higher prices for the consumer, something everyday Americans are bracing for.
I'd like to buy American, but the fact is very few things are made exclusively in America.
Roy Rubenfeld says he recently bought a car ahead of the new 25% tariff on foreign vehicles and auto parts set to take effect Thursday.
Cars used to be a lot more simple, but now with new safety features and all of that, the parts of a car come from almost all over the world.
The White House has said the reciprocal tariffs announced today will be imposed immediately and will likely impact countries that have big trade deficits with the U.S. Government data shows China, the European Union, and Mexico are among those at the top of the list.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt on Tuesday said the president was still meeting with his trade advisors, tariff team, trying to perfect this announcement. She was also asked whether the president is open to potential exemptions for countries that change their policy. She said the president is always open to calls. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And again, if you would like to watch the president's announcement, we'll have it for you right here live on KREM 2 and streaming on KREM 2+. We do expect to hear from the president at 1 o'clock, so in just about 57 minutes. All right, just a few minutes past noon right now, so let's talk about the weather. There are some showers out there today. So meteorologist Thomas Patrick, he's stepping in and letting us know what we can expect this afternoon. Hi, Thomas.
Yeah, good afternoon, Laura. I can tell you that during Up with KREM, it had rained at around 8 o'clock here this morning, and it made everything very much wet. Since then, it's all dried out because it hasn't been a whole lot of rain in total. In fact, that rain probably only lasted for a few minutes at most earlier on today. So the latest on Doppler radar helping us track where these showers are. Kind of the latest has been popping up over the northern regions of the inland Northwest. So anywhere between Republic, Colville, and Chewelah, and then even out towards Sandpoint and Bonners Ferry, at least nearby or in the mountains just to the west of you. That's just kind of where the most scattered showers are at least found and visible right now. So if you're in and around some of these valleys, you might be getting rained on. But it's been all quiet in Spokane County for at least an hour here. I even just saw a little peak of sunshine, though I would say it's probably about 98% cloudy in terms of the sky coverage at the moment. And even in Coeur d'Alene, looks like a little rain over Hayden, but it's moving eastward, so shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Temperatures are a little bit on the cooler side. You see just 39 still currently in Post Falls, but 44 right here in Spokane. So still going to be a cooler and cloudy day. Still have at least a chance for some more rain this afternoon, but I am keeping an eye on how warm things are going to be, not just next week, before the weekend as well. Big time warm up on the way. Just got to get through a few more scattered showers for at least the next 36 hours.
All right, my friend, thank you. Washington's governor has told lawmakers that they need to go back to the work and rework their state budget proposals. Governor Bob Ferguson says he won't sign the current version for two reasons. They each propose too much in taxes, he says, and they both rely on a wealth tax. So he says lawmakers need to move their budget discussions in a different direction on both issues. The governor said the wealth tax could be difficult to implement, and he expects it will face an immediate challenge in court.
The legal arguments for a wealth tax are untested. The courts could go either way on that issue. It would be irresponsible to rely on an untested new tax to balance our budget, particularly given the situation we face with the federal government.
The governor is also anticipating more federal budget cuts that will have significant impacts on Washington state. He believes the best thing the state can do is maintain its reserves. And Washington is joining a pilot program that would allow families in the WIC program to order food online. The pilot means families will be able to order WIC-approved foods through Walmart's delivery service. You'll need to add your WIC card to a free Walmart account in order to participate. And in Idaho, lawmakers are seeking to block people who use SNAP benefits from spending the funds on candy or soda. The federal government would have to grant Idaho a waiver to allow the changes. Now, supporters of the bill say taxpayers are funding a growing health crisis, while critics say the legislature is creating a problem that does not exist. An amended version of the bill is expected to reach the governor sometime soon. Well, it is a big night for hockey fans here in the Inland Northwest. The Spokane Chiefs are back home for Game 3 of their playoff series. Now, the Chiefs lead Vancouver 2-0 after opening this series on the road. The team did have to switch their playoff schedule because of the NCAA tournament was using the Spokane Arena. So the puck drops tonight at 7 o'clock.